Harry? Were you trying to undo this?
Well, naturally.
Did you make the rocks fall, Harry?
Well, I suppose I must have done, yes.
Harry Sullivan is an imbecile!
Hello and welcome back to the proclamation that is Shallow with me, Thomas, and
me, Paul.
And mate, we're in the final one of the season. The final episode.
I just realised that we haven't mentioned at all that people can put their requests, questions in.
Yes, do put in the comments any questions you have for our season 12 review, which we will do as a live stream before too long. The advantage of that, Paul, is it means you won't have to look in too many places for those comments.
That's
They'll all be
very
under
true.
this video. And we'll get a thread going in Discord as well if you want to ask your questions in there.
I think this sort of end of this season has crept up on us, hasn't it?
It has. This season has flown by. It's very short as well, isn't it?
I think we were so deeply engrossed in Genesis of the Daleks, enjoying it, we didn't even think about the fact that we were sort of getting near the end of the season.
Yeah.
And then coming out of it, I think we were just on such a high, we'd like, well, let's just crack on.
Yeah.
Like,
it's like, oh, suddenly we're in the last one.
Just a bump on the noggin.
Harry? Were you trying to undo this?
Well, naturally.
Did you make the rocks fall, Harry?
Well, I suppose I must have done, yes.
Harry Sullivan is an imbecile!
That is a brilliant moment. That's one of my favourite Baker moments so far.
Brilliant.
And now he's just standing up again. I know what my highlight for the episode is now.
yeah, absolutely. I think that's what makes his performance so interesting, isn't it? Because you kind of think if you were given those lines, you probably wouldn't have done that. Your natural inclination would not be to perform them in the way Tom Baker performs them.
It's like, have you seen that Piers Brosnan clip from that film where he goes, "Then maybe you shouldn't be living here," and he says it in such a bizarre way. I'll play that at the end.
Brilliant.
Boga will be destroyed.
Do you find the Cyberman face smiley or non-smiley? The mouth.
Interesting. I think pretty neutral on these ones, maybe.
Yeah, it's funny. I mean, it's a perfectly horizontal line, isn't it? So it should be neutral, but I don't know. Whenever I see them, I'm kind of like, it seems like a slight smile to me, but maybe I'm imagining that. Turned against their creators.
Yeah. Nicely done.
That bed looks incredibly uncomfortable.
Nice best stock footage there. Not sure we've completely sold me that that's happening on Voga.
That is hilarious, isn't it? It's so distinctive. Wonder which Apollo that was. That's quite well done, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it conveys at least a sense of what's going on.
Yeah, I like that. They're sort of spinning a cylinder, weren't they?
Yeah, just around and round and round.
Left the Brigadier a space-time telegraph system and told him not to use it unless he had a real emergency on his hands.
And he's used it?
He has. Come on, you two.
I say, what about the commander? Aren't we going to stop and say cheerio?
Come on!
Stand up, you!
There we go.
There we go, indeed. And a little setup as well for
Yeah.
space-time telegraph. The Brigadier's calling back to Earth. This is Martha Jones calling you back to Earth.
Have I got a 13th series?
Give him a 13th series.
Well, you know what my highlight is?
Harry Sullivan is
There's
an
an
imbecile.
Great line.
Dear me. Yeah,
Just
I mean...
that whole moment where he just like, wait, were you trying to unbuckle this? And did you start that avalanche? And then he like laughs maniacally and then goes, Harry Sullivan is an imbecile. Genius.
Oh dear. Yeah, I mean, I think, yeah, the highlight's definitely that, and just we mentioned, didn't we, some of Baker's delivery throughout the whole story there, or that whole episode, is wonderfully sort of off kilter,
Yeah.
but it feels so natural for him to be doing it that way.
Yeah.
It's it works completely as the Doctor, and I think I mean, we're at the end of his first season now. I mean, you totally buy him as the Doctor, right?
Yeah, I think you do. It kind of from the beginning we have, haven't we? Just sort of clicked in.
Yeah, it's a very smooth transition, even though he is. I mean, probably if you think about it, in terms of transition from one Doctor to the next, it's probably the most drastic change so far, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
I mean, obviously Hartnell and Troughton and Pertwee are all different from each other, but Baker is a very, again, a lot younger and a lot more sort of, as I said, sort of off kilter and otherworldly. But I don't think you doubt for a moment that he is the Doctor.
Yeah. Yeah, totally.
Mm.
He's quite buoyant, isn't he?
Yeah, yeah. I think as sort of stories go, like Revenge of the Cybermen is, um, yeah, I mean it's all right, isn't it? It's
Yeah.
it's definitely a slight come down after Genesis of the Daleks. I mean, I say slight come down. It's quite a come down after Genesis of the Daleks, if we're honest. But that's
Yeah.
partly because Genesis of the Daleks is so strong.
And in
It'd
a
be
way,
hard.
yeah, and in a way, you almost wouldn't want Genesis of the Daleks to be found kind of followed up by an attempt at Genesis at of the Cybermen. If
No.
it tried to do another kind of profound thing, it would probably just feel like pales in comparison to what came before. So it went for, as you say, quite a workmanlike Cybermen story. But yeah, some nice ideas in there. I think that it was a bit funny at the end, looking out of the window and seeing a cylinder with some moon
Yeah.
rocks spinning. But it actually felt like they were moving quite quickly, didn't it? It gave a sense of jeopardy, which I think is sometimes lacking in the finales when there's going to be some explosion they've got to avoid, but they kind of kept coming because they had the rocket coming to them and then they're about to crash. And I thought that was actually quite well done in terms of just the execution.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, again, you can, if you were looking at it with a modern eye and not being forgiving, you could easily pick that apart, couldn't you? But I mean, one of the things we're trying to do is to be positive about what we're watching and also try and view it through the lens of the day. Now, maybe people will say even for the day it wasn't as great, but it's a clever idea still.
It is.
Yeah. Like to think, well, what could we do? Well, we could try and create this effect. And even if you watch that and you don't think it's brilliant, you can totally see what they were going for, and there's sort of, I think you can admire that at least.
Yeah. Yeah, I completely agree.
Yeah. I think Cybermen wise, I do like I mean, the design is, as we've sort of mentioned slightly, is very similar to the Invasion. And we're very much into the sort of established handlebars kind of look now. I do also, I mean, I mentioned before, I do like the slightly less electronic voice. I think that maybe there's still a balance to be found between, how human it sounds and how treated it is electronically. But it certainly means, it's certainly when you watch sort of Tomb of the Cybermen, there's quite a few bits in that, aren't there? Unless you've got the captions on where you're kind of going, what? What did it say? Because it's so robotic. You kind of go, okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it does allow them to have a little bit of dialogue between the Doctor and the Cybermen, which is more effective, I think, that way. So, excuse me, that was my phone.
No worries, bud.
My
Yeah, yeah.
phone. It's not even my phone, just telling me that one of my children's phones is low battery.
You get a notification when someone else's phone is low battery.
Yeah, absolutely. Just so I can, because I track them.
Yeah. So you did 9,800 steps today. Didn't reach the 10,000. What happened there? Your vitals are looking pretty good.
Yeah. Little spike in the old heart rate there.
Yeah, you were awake between 2 and 3 a.m.
Dear me.
You
Yeah,
logged
no.
into our Netflix account. What did you watch? Oh, let's see. Oh, okay, you started watching. That will be the future, won't it? Just like the amount of
absolutely.
data you can get, smart homes and stuff. It would just be ridiculous.
I'm sure it will be, yeah. But no, so I mean, I think having finished season 12, that's that's a nice little round up there, round off at the end, and
Yeah.
we'll do a little review at some point, won't we? We'll get into. We still really need to do a whole Pertwee review, don't we? I think we've again slightly been taken by surprise that
Yeah.
we've got through this season quite so quickly. It feels quick to us, but
It almost feels like the classic era is accelerating as we go through it.
I think that's very true. I'm very aware of that in my head that it feels. I think someone said we're over halfway now.
Yeah. And I guess, I mean, there was something about the fact that those first Hartnell seasons were sort of 40 episodes each, weren't they?
Mm.
And it felt like ages before we moved on to the next season. Whereas now it's like, wait, what? 12? Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's fascinating though, because as I was watching this one, I was kind of thinking to myself, like, oh, what? There were parts of it where I was thinking, I'm just sort of sitting and watching this. And I don't know whether it feels like there's not quite so much to say as there was in the early episodes. And I don't know whether that's just because the format has changed slightly. I think that we said a number of times the early seasons, particularly the Hartnell era, not quite so much in the Troughton era, but the early seasons with Hartnell had that feel of being almost like a stage play that you were being filmed and you were watching it play out on screen, which I think, I don't know, maybe that led to more, I don't know, just led to more observations about the way things were being done. Whereas now, obviously, the show is very firmly established as sort of it's a studio shot thing. It's not all, there are obviously multiple takes, and
Yeah.
it's not always filmed in the order that it was, and so on. It's got a different feel to it. But it's been a gradual shift, hasn't it? But when you think, if you compared something like what we've just watched to sort of those first episodes, the feel of it has shifted. Not in a bad way. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff. I mean, I don't think you could fault this
Polished in a
season,
way.
could you?
Yeah.
It's certainly a strong season, but it is different in terms of what we're getting, I think. So the show does evolve over time,
Yeah.
which is great. But so we must do a review of season 12. We must review Pertwee as well, because we had sort of 5 seasons. It'd be good to just get an overall sense of where we started and where we got to there.
Yeah, no. So, guys, do put your questions in the comments below and on our Discord for the season 12 review. It'll be interesting to reflect. Before I forget, I'll just quickly show you this Piers Brosnan clip because it's pretty iconic. It's from a film called Taffin, which I have never seen.
I've never heard of it. 1988, so it's very early on in the Brosnan career. Pre James Bond.
Yeah, look at him there, amazing. All right, just enjoy this delivery. This, as far as I know, is quite a serious film, or at least
Okay.
this scene is meant to be. But just note the acting choice here.
What goes on in this town is none of your business.
As long as I'm living here, it is.
Then maybe you shouldn't be living here!
Well, that's easily fixed.
Wow, I mean, he certainly went all in on that moment, didn't he?
Someone's done an extended
What
version.
goes on in this town is none of your business.
As long as I'm living here, it is.
Then maybe you shouldn't be living here!
Well, that's easily fixed.
And maybe you shouldn't be living here.
Ah, the internet.
Oh, don't you love it?
Absolutely.
sorry.
Absolutely. Dear me. Well, we will hopefully see you guys again soon for the review. We will hopefully as well find a way around some of the issues to do with season 13 and be able to watch those stories and continue the experiment. It would be a shame to have a blip. Someone did offer me the DVD, and I said, I don't have a DVD player. I mean, I do, but not on the computer in a way that we could both watch it. So
Maybe we need to buy a plug-in DVD.
yeah.
Yes.
So anyway, but well, I'm sure we'll find a way around it. I think we have some ideas, so we'll see. We'll see. But yeah, thank you everyone. I hope you've enjoyed this season, and join us again soon for the review, and then soon after for season 13. Unlucky for some, but hopefully not for us. So
Absolutely.
take care. Bye bye.
Thanks so much, everyone. Goodbye.